Hi Virgos, this is your March reading. Your February reading, first of all, thank you. You guys blew that up. Your February reading was nice, and I have to say, all of the March readings were great. I find that in life it helps me to visualize something or make analogies. Maybe that's my Virgo rising, but I feel like it helps us when we have eclipse season coming. If you have the South Node running over some of your placements, because as a Virgo, you might also have some Libra placements, full moons in general, let alone eclipses. If we wrap our minds around it like it's an infection burning out, a fever burning out an infection. Fevers are not fun, and we have chills, and we're hot, and we're non-functioning, and it's just uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, the fever is doing us a favor because it's burning out something that's an infection that needs to go, that's been making us not perform at our best and actually threatens how well we can perform in our lives, our health. When we look at eclipses like that, we can see how much an eclipse or a full moon can kind of like burn away something that doesn't belong, and it really opens up everything else, right? So however we treat this eclipse season, and Virgos really have, they're gonna find the juice in it. They're gonna find what they can move forward with in it. So I'm really hopeful that, as much as everybody else's March reading was so nice, because what's the song? Open wide. I can't think of that song, but the future's open wide. Like it just feels like there's beautiful changes coming for everyone. So let's see what your guides tell my guides to tell me to tell you. Ask you a note. And Jim, if you will, and this is also great if you have 6th house placements, and if you just feel called to watch it, maybe there's a message for it in you. Maybe you're cross watching. I don't know, but if you're watching, I appreciate you. Okay. So we got a couple of things here. Virgo, we got 4 of Cups in reverse. We got a Queen of Wands. Oh, she's attached to something else. We have a Queen of Wands in the upright. I'm going to put this one back in because I only take 2. And if it's supposed to come out, it will. Happens all the time. So this Queen of Wands is purposeful. She is powerful, but and she can give if she wants. She can be very generous. Um, Queen of Wands doesn't get to be Queen of Wands, for she worked to be Queen of Wands. And the 4 of Cups would tell us that something that felt maybe not available to you before is now becoming available. And it could have always been available, but you might not have been at a place where you wanted to receive it. So this is already very interesting. So we have this fiery Queen of Wands. We have beautiful Leo moon today. And at the very beginning of today, last night, it was in trine with that moon. Happy astrological new year as I'm recording this today, as the sun moves into Aries. So we have a lot more fiery energy right now than we've had. We've had it kind of in water or in air, and now it wants to do something with the knowledge and emotions it's acquired. I don't know if anybody else saw that. There's nothing in here, nothing in my office. So whatever that was on the screen, that was for you, Virgos. Whatever knowledge and emotions, right, that the energy has been sitting in, now wants to put action to it. Queen of Wands is the energy of action. the mature energy of action. Okay. The Fool. Sagittarius also got the Fool. I don't know what that means for you, Virgo. If you have Virgo and Sag placements, I would probably watch both because the Fool was also this exact placement. So this is the, you know, with the main energy that they want me to discuss with you. What are you available? What can you be? What have the other circumstances supported you being available to now? You felt less available to before. And then we have the Fool. So this is new adventure, could be new love. Your Strength Empress. We have 3 major arcana here. I'm not mad at any of these. I have full chills. I don't know if you could see that. My hair just all the way stood up. Virgos. So we have this Strength card. I want you to see, this is when I love a Strength card. Do we see how relaxed the person is? Do you see how relaxed the Lion is? We are most strong when we are relaxed and strong. We are most strong when we can stand in our vulnerability. That's why often the Strength card has a scantily clad person, because there's not a lot of protection. We're in a vulnerable space and we're still feeling really strong, and we feel like we have control over how the strength comes in, how we portion it out. Is a really, really beautiful card. We have the Fool, new adventure, new love, new, and feeling ready for something new. And then the Empress. This also came up in like the random reading I just did, which is on, I'll put it up on here. It's also on the clock app. The Empress can regrow abundance. She creates abundance. It's like people to come to her for the abundance. And of course, this is genderless. This is you. You're not just the Fool. Like, you're not making this leap uninformed or unsupported, like, at all. I don't know why I'm hearing it, but the line from Crocodile Dundee of "That's not a knife, this is a knife." That's a terrible Australian accent, but like, you're so sure. Like, you're so, and the way he smiles when he says that. If you don't know that scene, I apologize. But somebody goes to like rob him or take him, like take things from him. And he's like, "That's not a knife. This is a knife," and shows him his crocodile knife. I don't, whatever you want to call it. He's a survivalist. Virgo is certainly a survivor, but you're going into whatever this thing is, not in survival mode. This is, I mean, Queen of Wands and the Empress. Put it back in. I'm gonna put it back in. If it wants to come out, it'll come out. That's 2 things. The Lovers peaked before. Chariot just peaked now. And it was a night before when it came out with the Queen of Wands. We'll see. I have complete trust in my guides. They'll let the cards fly out again. Okay, what are we doing with this? What is this new thing about? What is this new thing about for Virgo's 6th house placements? Yeah, keep just everything. Okay, so there's not anxiety. Again, this is just doubling down, confirming what I'm saying. Like, the Fool is not going in with anxiety. Like, the anxiety part, the worry is over. Like, you're going in this extremely confident. All right, with the King, with the Queen, we have a King. It's the King of Swords. It's probably my favorite king. And an Ace of Wands. So there's truth, but there's something about what this person knows. Again, this is genderless. But whatever this person knows, and I mean, if you're a Virgo, you probably are sapiosexual. If you don't know what a sapiosexual is, look it up, SAPIO, the rest of the word exactly how you think it's spelled. But whatever this person, because these two came out together, like on top of each other, whatever this person can offer you knowledge. And listen, if you're a Virgo, you are a research hound. You already know. It's hard to tell Virgo something. They like, you can't tell them nothing because they already know, because they already did the research and wrote it down and corrected their own damn grammar. So when somebody comes along and has so much, like, doesn't talk to hear themselves talk, but can really is honest and can really offer truth and knowledge, because the King of Swords is also knowledge, the way that the King of Pentacles is, but this is a spoken knowledge. This is full, you know, the other person has Saturnian hard wisdom. The King of Swords is going to have that mercurial wisdom, which means they're going to be able to share it with you, in philosophy, in conversation, not just in wealth and activities and doing things. And it's coming with the brown couch. This Ace of Wands keeps coming up in a lot of people's readings for March, but listen, we got stuff in Aries. That's for anybody who doesn't like Aries energy. Listen, tell you, the Ace of Wands right up through your sacral chakra, the, as Gemma calls it, the she cracks me up. And I call it brown chicken, brown cow, that like making you feel alive. That's like either just feel it, like when somebody makes your whole body vibrate when they're talking. You could be even texting and they make you vibrate, or an idea makes you come alive again, especially if you were dormant. I mean, this Queen of Wands, like I said, Queen of Wands doesn't become the Queen of Wands just by like, she got there. She got there. We're ready to, if you're on the Fool, that means you just closed a chapter to start a new one. Like the one has to super, it's like moon phases, right? You need the full moon so you can get to the new moon. And it's really not the full moon. The full moon's a halfway point. You need the balsamic phase so that you can get to the new phase. And this is so about that, right? Because when we are right before a new moon, whether that's in your chart or, you know, new moon in Aries on the 8th, which is a doozy of eclipse, stick by because I'm going to do some stuff about that. But this Fool is like leaping without looking, but it's because what you need to know, you already know here, you already know here, and you already know here. A new moon is the darkest phase of the moon because you have learned everything through all the other phases that you can feel so confident starting something new. But let me tell you something, I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. I'm gonna claim this one for myself. I don't really think ever of the Virgo readings for me. I don't even want I always say a little meditation before the Cancer readings. Not for me, not for me, not for me. This has to be for my collective, not for me. And I'm actually quite private, so I don't like to have my personal stuff. I would not read for myself because I would feel exposed. I'm transparent about a lot, but not the love life stuff. Okay. Possible potential is the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. We love this, and I love this Wheel of Fortune because it is like the Grim Reaper. So again, this is just confirming, doubling down that, and also we talk about the major arcana and the court cards here, but that is doubling down that this is a complete, like there was a death to, like, just, and not a death in a bad way, just a closing of a chapter to open another one. What is the advice? What is the advice for Virgo on this? You know, and for the Virgo to get an 8 of Swords in reverse, that's a big deal because sometimes a Virgo can be an overthinker. It is what it is, right? Let's get the advice. Okay. That's like 12 cards. Nope. We're gonna do a hard shuffle. Do a hard shuffle. Get the advice out here. So when I'm shuffling and I either keep getting like 4 or 5 cards at once, or nothing is coming out, I know that's like their way of saying like that deck is not right. Give us a good shuffle. Okay. It's the 9 of Pentacles, which I mentioned before, in line with the Empress. It is ready. Pick it. You'll know what this is. There's a full card. The advice is the 9 of Pentacles, which means the 9 of Pentacles as advice for me is it's you know, before we hit the new moon, that new moon, we have a full moon coming up in a couple of days. That is to pick the right fruit. Full moons are to reap your rewards, to pick the right fruit. It is time to pick the right fruit and so that you can assess it, so that going into this full period, this everything. And again, please watch Sagittarius. I'll try to tag it here. The cards don't seem to be working for some reason, but hopefully they will. You're gonna have to pick something that's ripe. Oof. Yeah, that's the third one that I got full chills for this reading. It all seems so happy slappy, but I know you didn't get here on the breath of eagle wings. You know, like that was closing a chapter. You did the work to get here. And of course, Virgos are going to do the work to get here. But don't forget, the advice is pick the right fruit. The fruit of your labors, so that you can assess it as only a Virgo can, so that you can move forward knowing exactly what's working and what's not working. Okay, Virgos. I love you. No, you love you. I'm having a sale till April 20th. It's eclipse season. Only on the virtuals, though. There seems to be some misunderstanding. On the virtual, all the virtual appointments, and it's just a code, so that won't adjust until the end. I'm saying that because of the feedback I've gotten in the email. And